Maps. Maps are special tools that can help people in many ways. Today we are going to learn all about maps and how to read them. People use maps for many reasons. For example, somebody may need directions to the library. Somebody may want to know about weather predictions or study the world. Some people may need a map to look for buried treasure. Sometimes maps are made out of paper, like this one. Sometimes maps can be round, like this globe. Sometimes maps can be electronic, like a GPS. Have you ever seen one of these maps? Where did you see it? I know I've seen some in our classroom. Once we have a map, we have to read it to see where to go. But how can we read it if there are no words? Our vocabulary words will help us read a map. So let's begin. First, all maps should have a title. The title of a map tells you what the map is about, kind of like books. This map is called Smithville because it shows us that town. Next, we need to learn about cardinal directions and what we use to identify them. Maps have a compass rose, which is a tool that shows us the cardinal directions. The cardinal directions are known as north, east, south, and west. In most maps, north is at the top of the map, east is to the right of the map, south is to the bottom of the map, and west is to the left of the map. Maps have symbols that are meant to represent real things. Map makers use these symbols to help us read maps. For example, this symbol may represent a pizza restaurant on a map. This fire station could look like this symbol on a map. Map makers use symbols because adding too much detail could be too confusing. Maps have keys or legends to tell what the different symbols mean. I can tell where something is by looking on my map key and searching for the symbol on the actual map. Look at the map key in this map to see if you can find the flower shop in Smithville. Here it is. Can you find the symbol for the pet store? Great job. Here is the pet store. What about the ice cream shop? Yes, you are right. The ice cream shop has an ice cream cone on it. Let's pretend Susan is at her apartment and wants to go to the park. How would she get there? She would need to drive east on Cat Street and south on Fish Street, and the park is on the east side of the street. If Susan wanted to go to the library to get some books after the park, what would she do? She would need to turn west on B Street, and the library would be on the north side of the street. Now, let's pretend Susan wants to buy a puppy. Could you tell her how to get from the bank to the pet store? Don't forget to use the map key to find the symbols on the map. Great job! You would tell her to go east on Dog Street, south on Bird Street, and east again on B Street, and the pet store would be on the north side of the street. Maps are everywhere. Now that we know how to read maps, we can use these skills to read different types of maps. Remember, most maps have a title, a compass rose, symbols, and a map key or legend to help us read it.